Broadcast. It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder hanging in the house, and we busy on a wacky Wednesday. We got Wody, not Brody. I said Wody, professional gambler. A little, how do I put it? Professional gambler and NBA savant, just like Jay Morgan.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Sure.
Also got Dustin Starr. You know who the 5-star is, right?
I do. I know Dustin.
He started the Caitlin Collins. It's actually not the Caitlin Collins. I think it's another wrestler, but I don't know which wrestler. You know, You Can't See Me?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. No, that's John Cena. Can't see
John Cena. I'm giving Dustin Starr the credit, the 5-star.
John Cena
Can't see me.
John Cena, Fast and Furious actor.
Well, you won't be able to see him, but you're going to be able to listen
Vin
to
Diesel's
Dustin
brother.
Starr, by the way. You're going to listen to Dustin Starr today at 11:30. We're going to have Wody on at 11:45. Get it out. Kobe, Michael, LeBron. We're going to debate a little bit of GOAT talk.
At 45.
But we're going to name them who they are. We're also going to do, let's say, this breakdown of the Celtics Heat. You know, game number 5 going back to Boston after the Celtics won. By the way, you mentioned Fast and the Furious. Georgia football players. Look, two natties in the last, 16 months? Kirby Smart's got things going on down in Athens. You know what I mean? But, bro, Kirby needs to tell the team they're not allowed to watch Fast and the Furious. I told you what Fast and the Furious, it came out this week. I've almost been hit like 4 times.
And that means that people are driving fast.
Telephone poles are like knocked down all over Memphis. One right down here by Mount Moriah. And you heard about one of their little football players doing what? Fast and the Furious, street racing. And this is after the whole Jalen Carter and the 2 unfortunate deaths. So don't watch Fast and the Furious. It's tough to be a college coach today. Deadgum movies are...
Because of Fast and Furious.
They're diluting our brains, man.
And the Fast and Furious is the one doing it.
It's the whole... They got 10 of them out, right?
They do.
After you have to hear something 7 times to actually kind of like usually act upon it. They put 10 out, and now people are acting on it.
Technically, this is the 7th because the first 3 are a little bit different. Different storyline, different story.
But there's still 10 of them of cars going extremely fast.
Well, I was making your point that this 10th one is the reason why people are driving so much worse is because this is technically, even though it's 10, it's technically the 7th one. So it finally hit home after Fast and Furious 10 for everybody, and that's why they're all driving bad now.
Man, so, bad news down in Athens. We'll talk a little bit about it during Hardwood. Plus, we got more football news. ESPN put out the most ridiculous list I've ever heard, and that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Sims putting out his top 40 quarterbacks. What's ESPN's list?
Oh, it's about quarterbacks. We love quarterbacks. Top 10 college quarterbacks.
Oh, but that's not NFL.
Since 2000. Since 2000. I'll give you a hint. Baker Mayfield was listed as number 1.
Tebow wasn't 1? Wow.
No, Tebow's 4. Listen, we're going to get into this, man. We'll talk about this later. I want you to think about your list. Since 2000. Top 10 quarterbacks since 2000. Damn, that's like just 23 quarterbacks, man.
Can Dorsey make the list? Not enough years. Since 2000, he only played
Ken
2 years
Dorsey?
since 2000.
Ken
he won 2
Dorsey.
championships. Johnny won a championship. Won 2 championships.
I don't know if you know this. Sorry, he has a noodle arm and he's a bad offensive coordinator.
But, John, in college, we give the championships to quarterbacks.
No, that was their defense and their running game.
No, that's not how it works in college, John. You give wins and losses are like it's like a pitcher. It's a quarterback stat.
Do you remember?
And he won a championship.
Do you remember who the coach was for Miami then?
Yeah, it was.
I can see his face. Old man, bald.
Hang on, I'm on it.
Please, this is driving me crazy. Because if you got him a championship, like Ken Dorsey does deserve a little bit of credit. I'll give him a little bit of credit, but he's not even in the thought process.
Larry Coker.
Larry Coker, thank you. My man's got a natty. How can I not remember Larry Coker?
Coke. Randy
wearing
Shannon.
that hat on the sideline.
Randy Shannon was the defensive coordinator.
Yes, now that helped out a lot. That did help out. But then he was also, when he was head coach, wasn't that good either.
Yeah, but he's a great DC, though, man.
He was a great DC. But we're going to talk a little bit of college football. Any NFL storylines that I missed? No?
Yes, actually so, John. I
what?
can't believe you missed this one.
Is it about the Commanders?
No, I have a surprise game for you today.
Oh, wow.
And the game is essentially ranking NFL divisions.
Oh, that's going to be a simple game.
The reason why is because NFL Network put out a ranking of divisions today, and I was very fired up by it.
Oh, man, if you're fired up, we're going to get fired up. We got also crazy stories from UFOs. Have you ever seen this the Skinwalker Ranch thing?
I've heard you talk about it quite a bit.
Man.
I know Skywalker Ranch a little better.
No, Skinwalker Ranch, man. There's some crazy stuff going on at Skinwalker Ranch. One thing is, though, they just make a TV series out of it, so I think it's all fake.
But Skywalker Ranch, they didn't make a TV series out of that.
I don't know what Skywalker Ranch is.
That's George Lucas's home and home office.
He calls his home Skywalker Ranch.
Well, you know, when you're rich and you buy a lot of land like that, I don't know if you give it a name or somebody gives it a name, but at some point you buy enough land, they're like, okay, you have to name it now.
I think you'd have to come up with a funny name.
Like, what's the Hermitage in Nashville? That's a rich house that has a name. Graceland, a lot of land has a name. Skywalker Ranch. If you buy a big house with a lot of land, you have to name it.
Well, I don't have to worry about it.
Either.
Even though I did good at naming my daughters, I probably will never have money to name land.
Me either.
All right. I don't know how we got on that one.
Neverland. That's what Michael Jackson's house is called.
Oh, my gosh, you're right.
There you go, Neverland
That's also
Ranch.
a creepy name, but
yeah.
anyway.
But it's like Peter Pan, Peter Pan Complex.
I know, but again,
and the reason why is because they gave him shots when he was a kid to where he didn't go through puberty properly, and that's funny.
Is this like a conspiracy theory about Michael Jackson, or is this facts?
Well, we know that his let's say growth was stunted in some aspects.
You got to keep his voice.
We don't know how it was done, but the veiling opinion is that it was done with injections of some kind.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and that's why it's called Neverland, because he's a child.
And
now he's dead.
And
Rest
never
in
grew up.
peace.
Oh yeah, that's right. R.I.P.
He's dead now.
But his music lives on, man. I'm beating it right
does.
now in my head.
I don't think you should say that, John. Especially with what he's alleged of doing. I don't think you should say that.
No. I'm beating it in my head. Sounds horrible, and it's even more comical. You can take it in
funny
much way.
if you're talking about you doing it. It's not funny when you think about the crimes that he's alleged to have committed.
No, I'm talking about the song "Beat It."
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was That's what I was really meaning.
Not him diddling children.
And Billie Jean is not my lover.
Not my love. Dirty Diana.
I don't know that one.
Dirty Diana.
No. You're not Michael.
I'm basically Mike. Man.
No, you aren't even close to Mike.
Except I don't diddle children, thank God.
Now, this is the one thing that is a little bit, I got to be honest with y'all, it's a little concerning for me at the home front, and it's concerning in my life. So, I got proven to be, I don't even know what the word is.
Hypocritical, but
that's what I don't like to say that I'm a hypocrite. Though.
Well, but you're not a hypocrite.
I'm trying to think of a lot nicer word than
contradictory actions.
Sure.
And it's just one time.
Or maybe I just got a little bit more of like no, that won't work either. Now I'm kind of stuck here. But anyway,
John,
let me put it out there.
If you just exhibit behavior once, that doesn't make you a chronic. Like, if you have one action that's hypocritical, it doesn't make you a hypocrite. It's just that one action was hypocritical. You know what I mean? So don't label yourself.
Well, the point is, I actually did not watch last night's basketball game. And the reason is
baseball.
Is because I had old man baseball, where you're out there trying to play.
Tell them what you did on Sunday.
Played baseball, baby.
No, but 8 full.
Oh, no, 8 full. I said eight batters.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't listen.
I thought it was 8 full, man. No. I was impressed.
I don't know if you know, I wouldn't be walking and my arm would be gone. I'm 45 years old.
Yeah, but 8 full, man.
But anyway, that's a pretty story. That's a Neverland story.
You should have just agreed then. I gave you so much credit.
No.
Yeah, I threw 8 full. That's right.
No. So what was I back? Oh yeah. So I had my old man little baseball thing. So I actually missed last night's basketball game and only have seen the highlights. So I'm hoping that Jay Morgan can break down the game a little bit for me.
It's actually usually, John, you know how I watch games in the morning?
Yes.
I actually, rare game I watched last night.
Live?
Yeah.
You weren't asleep?
On TV. And then I did watch it again this morning, too, so I've seen it twice. Man.
Did you get a hold of some Adderall yesterday so you could stay up past 7?
You know, actually, I was watching John Wick, and I had it
and you got so fired up about him killing 150 people on screen.
It was actually really good.
Dude, Keanu Reeves is such an interesting person.
I think 4 was better. John Wick 4 was better than 3, if I do say so myself.
Oh, you've seen the 4th one?
I saw it. That's what I said. I watched it yesterday while I was watching the game.
Oh, I didn't know it was out.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday was the first day
you went to the movie theater or something?
No, yesterday was the first day you could download it for purchase. And so I downloaded it yesterday and watched it while I watched the game.
Oh, well, good job, Will. So I don't know how you
and
do
so
that.
I've seen the game twice now.
Well, good. You've watched the game. My point is I didn't, but as I was walking out the door, Chas goes, wait, isn't there a game tonight? I said, yeah, there is, babe, but I'm not going to be able to watch it. And she goes, oh, the games that you can't miss for anything, no matter how important it is to me, you're going to miss for old man baseball. And I just said, damn. And I just walked out the door and left.
She got you there, man.
Man, she kicked me right in the.
She was saving that one. It was a good one.
She's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll remember this. No, you won't, woman.
You should have said, oh man, that would have been great if the practice landed tonight because there's no basketball games tonight.
Game.
Oh, would have been perfect for you, John.
I know. I never would be in this predicament.
You wouldn't be.
But
it was a great game, though, John. I'll tell you what the biggest difference for me was in this game.
Well, the third quarter.
Well, yeah. But in terms,
I'm just guessing from watching.
They did
the highlights.
Yeah, the Celtics did play well in the third quarter. But for me, it was really Grant Williams playing more minutes and Malcolm Brogdon playing considerably less. Who would have thought?
Wait a second. Really?
And seriously, because Malcolm Brogdon played considerable minutes, he was a sixth man of the year. Literally the best bench player in the NBA this season. Should be a starter on probably 29, 28 other teams, if you had to guess. So he's been unbelievable.
I'm not as big a Brogdon guy as you are.
But he's been unbelievable, is my point. Unbelievable. And somehow playing him less because of how ball dominant his game is. And
that's what I was getting ready to say. They'll get the ball in a little bit of action. Maybe it'll get to Brown. Maybe it'll get to Tatum. Maybe it'll get to something like Al Horford in the corner. When Brogdon's doing it, he's just dribble, trying to get in the hole, trying to get in.
But that's what the Celtics do, though. Like, Tatum and Brown do that, too.
But I don't know if you know this.
You want the ball in their hands.
They're better than him.
And so playing Grant Williams out there to basically just do dirty work on offense, set screens, rebound, hustle. He dove on the floor a couple times for balls. Having him out there, kind of a spark in a way, and it puts the ball in Tatum and Brown's hand way more, specifically Tatum's hand way more. Because one thing the reason why the Heat find themselves up 3-0 is because other teams, even though Tatum hadn't been scoring, their entire game plan has been around him, stopping him from doing stuff, but he's facilitated so well, it's had them win other series. It's had Jaylen Brown go off. They've used the thing Jaylen Brown does the best, which is drive and get to the basket, against him, essentially letting him do it because of how well the Heat defend the rim and help off of that. And Jaylen Brown, they say he's not as good as facilitating and kicking out when he gets on the drive as Tatum is, so we're going to let him drive, and it's worked so well. Well, Brogdon being on the bench took that time away and just put the ball in Tatum's hand, and he took over last night in a big way.
Yeah, Tatum actually got off for 33 points. I do look at box scores. He had 11 rebounds, 7 assists. And again, I saw the highlights, but again, you just don't have a feel for the game, actually, when you watch the highlights. At least I don't.
It was really good. I mean, great. Seriously. And so all these, John, you know how everyone's been criticizing.
Al Horford, by the way, I heard actually had a good game, at least according again to the highlights.
No, he did play well. I mean, the Celtics really played well. Something as simple as playing Brogdon less minutes and Grant Williams more really worked in ways that you could not have predicted. No one could have predicted that. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Why would that work? It should not work, but it did. And the Celtics have found something here to the point where just
Grant
one
Williams
win.
hitting 4 of 6 3-pointers.
But it was
that helps. But it was more.
That was
like
gravy.
Said,
that was
gravy.
gravy. Seriously.
It was more about him setting screens and playing D.
And then he hit shots when he had the opportunity, like you just mentioned, 4 of 7 from 3, or 4 of 6, or whatever it was.
4 of 6 for 3.
And so he, but it was really the intangible things he was doing. It's honestly given me more confidence in the Celtics going back home and going forward. If you ask me to bet, no, I think the Heat win the series, but I really do have a lot more confidence in the Celtics winning a game at home, and then basically I have confidence in them to come back to Miami and win a game. This series could go 7, John. How about that?
That's wow. See, and so Jimmy Butler, you saw him singing when he walked up to the podium, didn't you?
He's fine. He's chilling.
He was chilling, singing, doing. It wasn't like everything's gonna be all right, but that was like the last little quip that he dropped out. I don't know what song he was singing. I'm sorry, I'm not hip enough.
I didn't see the press conference.
But he's not worried about anything. I mean, it's one game. It's still a 3-1 hole that the Celtics find themselves in. I know they're going back to Boston and everything, but damn, man, the Heat only got to get one, man.
Right.
They only got to get one, and it's not like they have been playing some bad basketball.
Not at all.
They've been dominant, and they looked like from what I was checking my phone when I was out there today, I was like, man, Miami's up at the half. Celtics just doesn't look like they're going to get it done. Miami at home, they're going to close it out tonight. Next thing you know, I look at my phone later, and the Celtics are up in a big way. So how did they come out in the third quarter and just literally punch Miami in the mouth? I mean, did they make errors? Were they just more aggressive?
That's when Grant Williams got back in there and played the majority of minutes.
Oh, really?
It was that lineup that really did it and took over in a way you couldn't have predicted. No one could have predicted it. Seriously. It's just Joe Mazzulla trying things, and that one worked. At this point, you're down 3-0. You just got to try stuff.
Yeah, you just got to keep
and that's what worked.
Pull something out your keister. You're down at the half. You're on the road. You're facing elimination.
Because you think logically we're having trouble facilitating, getting downhill. We can't get anything really going towards the rim.
So bring in a slow Grant Williams.
Or bring in Brogdon, right? And so that's where – and then so you're like, so why would you put in Williams? What would that help? But it turned out to help a lot more than they could have predicted. And also, John, I should say, so the Celtics are up 9 going into the fourth quarter. And Jason Tatum's on the bench. Jimmy Butler's on the bench. I think Max Strus hit a shot someone hit a shot, a couple of shots, and the Heat cut it to 4. 4-point game now. Mazzulla calls a timeout. Remember, everyone was very critical of him in that third quarter, didn't call a timeout.
Yeah.
So this time he calls a timeout. He gets Tatum back.
Critical. There's twice, like 2.
Game 1 and Game 2. Game 1 and Game 2, I believe it was. And so he calls a timeout in the fourth quarter of this one, puts Tatum back in. Immediately they score 3 buckets. They go back up 9 again. Huge turning point in the game. It could have gone the whole other direction, and they took back over control of the game and then started running away with it. So that kind of evens out the Joe Mazzulla criticism now. So what are we going to say when we criticize Joe Mazzulla? People are going to start bringing up schematical, tactical things he can do differently. They're just going to fire him because they was losing games.
Well, I hate to say this. They just won one game, okay? Like this.
But you've heard people criticize him, John. But no one's offering solutions that he can do differently.
Hey, I'm not letting him out of the pen yet. Right now, he's still on. He's in a minimum security place right now.
That's what people want, though. Essentially, the criticism is you're losing. You should be winning. You're fired. And it's baseless.
Look at the NBA, how crazy it is,
Agreed.
Though. I mean,
but that doesn't mean we have to, as media members, it doesn't mean we have to give credence to it by talking about guys getting fired or should they be fired or will they be fired, all that crap.
I didn't say Mazzulla should be fired.
You have not. Thank God. I love you, John.
I just said I think it's comical that just 1 month ago, people were screaming into every television and microphone that was talking about the NBA about why the Boston Celtics haven't taken the interim title off his name.
But they have now.
And once they do it and you get to the playoffs, those same people were screaming in the television, he just wasn't ready for the job.
Right.
He's only been with the organization 3 years. He never had this kind of experience. He was thrust in the position. Blah, blah, blah. It's too big for him.
Went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Beat the MVP in the Eastern Conference
Spo is coaching circles around him. I mean, Spo's like, I don't know if you know this, one of the best coaches, period.
And Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown don't get any blame for being down 3-0 in the series?
We don't do that. Doc Rivers got fired.
Right.
because I don't know if you know this, Embiid showed up like he was Anthony Davis, soft as baby poop.
Being not aggressive at all in the fourth quarter of the
Not at all.
last game
If
of the series.
James Harden looked like he'd been out partying the night before, or he just had a little Ben Simmons run off of him because he was scared to shoot the basketball.
But John, that's Doc Rivers' fault. He didn't get him ready to play. He didn't get him ready to play for Game 7, a closeout game of the Eastern Conference semifinals. A good coach would have gotten him ready, and for that reason, Doc is fired.
I hate to say this. I don't know
if someone's not ready to play in Game 7.
But if you look at James Harden's career, I don't care what he says. For some reason, and he's my kinfolk. I love me some James. Great beard, parties like a rock star, plays ball like an all-star in the regular season. It's just when the postseason is like he gets shrinkage, bro. Sucks.
That's your phrase. That's your favorite phrase for a guy not coming up in a big moment in the NBA is they have shrinkage.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, John, though, if we talk about
Ben Simmons got castrated.
The worst part about the Celtics winning yesterday,
shrinkage is not even working. Like when you talk about him,
Ben Simmons was cut off.
Yeah, that's what I said. Castrated.
Castrated.
That's what that means.
But the thing is, the worst part about the Celtics winning is we're going to have to keep talking about Joe, not us necessarily, but like the narrative is going to.
The worst thing about the Celtics winning, no, the best thing in the world was that the Celtics won, because if not, we wouldn't have had basketball for like 9 days.
Yeah, but the narrative is unfortunately that we have to talk about whether or not, will Joe Mazzulla be fired? I mean, it's just so dumb. It's such a dumb
conversation.
I just tell you something? It's totally baseless criticism. Literally nobody can pinpoint anything he's doing wrong other than losing games. Is that what they point to? Oh, he's losing. He should be fired. The only criticism you've heard is he didn't call one timeout in the third quarter of one game. And that's the reason a guy should be fired? It's totally ridiculous. Personally, I think anybody that even brings up the conversation about Joe Mazzulla being fired is advertising to anybody that knows anything about basketball that you don't know a jack crap about it. I mean, it's just an advertisement of how little you know. And he probably will be fired, but that doesn't mean that's no victory lap that people that say he should be fired get to take. But that's just because the NBA is ridiculous.
This is though wrong in one aspect. And what I'm saying is I don't know if you would actually have to fire him, because if all these people can have their marriages annulled like in 90 days. Dude's had the actual head title for like less than 6 months.
Mutual agreement
I
to
would
part
have to
ways.
say there's a way that you can have there's got to be a business divorce. If man and woman can get divorced, by God, head coaches and organizations should be too, if it's just that small. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't consummate the head coaching job.
They did not. They did not.
So you can get an annulment.
You got to get an annulment. I mean, hey, if they can get rid of Ime Udoka for a little consensual, you know what I'm saying?
Basically what I'm saying...
I feel like that was a legal maneuver for divorce.
Basically what I'm saying, John, is the Joe Mazzulla conversation is a waste of time. So much so that I'm going to have a conversation about the conversation.
I probably just gave some lawyer out there a great idea.
No, but no one's going to sign that contract, though.
But no. You just have to go to and find a loose judge, get this thing on the books, and be like, look, man.
What's a loose judge?
You know, one who will take a little loose change in his back pocket for a ruling. You know what I mean? A little loose up there on the bench.
I thought it was one that was sexually permitted.
No, yeah. Well, that
would
could
also be a loose judge.
Probably why they need the loot on the side, the little loose change. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm a fool. We're talking with Dustin Starr on the other side. It's a Wacky Wednesday, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Get ready to command the road in a new ride from Gossett Kia on the Pike. Go the road less traveled in 2023 Kia Seltos LX. $263 a month, $29.99 due at signing. 2023 Kia Sportage LX, $288 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And 2023 World Performance Car, 2023 Kia EV6 Wind. EPA estimated range 310 miles, $499 a month, $49.99 due at signing, all 36-month leases. Plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Seltos P745, 8378, MSRP 23,996. Sportage P7173696, MSRP 27077. EV6 P510573, MSRP 49965. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax on the license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties and limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Give me liberty and give me real estate.
I'm Sheldon Rosengarten, and that was Hugh Mallory. Not only does he work with me at Mark's Bensdorf Realtors, he is the president of this year's AutoZone Liberty Bowl. So you, instead of sounding like Patrick Henry, what do you mean?
Well, Sheldon, like you, I sell real estate, and I'm also privileged to serve as president of the 65th AutoZone Liberty Bowl. I'm able to handle all my clients, whether they're buying or selling, while participating in this great annual tradition.
Hugh, that is definitely quite an honor. And with your fabulous track record in real estate sales, I know you'll do a great job. And I am so looking forward to the Liberty Bowl Golf Classic on Monday, June 5th.
For you, it's a moving target. I wouldn't mark my calendar just yet. Your reputation as the worst golfer in Memphis precedes you.
That may be true, but You Will Move You is something to remember, and you can reach you at 497-9756. Just like it's why people often say that when you want the job done, call Shell Dunn. You can reach me, Shell Dunn, at 483-0546 or memphisrelocate.com.
Memorial Day is coming up soon. Let Memphis Barbecue Supply help you with all your barbecue needs. Memphis Barbecue Supply is fully stocked with 7 different briquette, 4 different lump charcoal. Over 6,000 pounds of charcoal in stock. Need wood? Well, Memphis Barbecue Supply carries in stock chip, chunk, mini logs, and quarter logs of wood. From apple to pecan to oak, we have 8 different types of wood in stock for any kind of smoker. Need that final touch of flavor? Memphis Barbecue Supply stocks over 308 different rubs and sauces to make your holiday weekend special. Need help choosing that special rub or sauce? Just ask any of our knowledgeable staff that have years of experience cooking. Memphis Barbecue Supply is located at 7041 Stage Road in Memphis, or you can order online at mbbqsupply.com. Follow us on all social media platforms for recipes, new products, and barbecue news.
'Tis the season to get in a new ride from Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. Get unparalleled power in 2023 Dodge Charger SXT, $30,535 or $419 a month. That's $5,000 off MSRP. Let freedom roam in 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sport 4x4 2-door. We Gossett at $35,545 or $498 a month. It's a game changer in 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4, $12,000 off MSRP. You won't find a better deal anywhere else, and if we don't have it, Gossett will order it today. So drive past the rest and come to the best at Gossett on the Pike, or shop online at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Charger Wrangler 3,500 down, 5.19 for 75 months. Charger PH 504-816, MSRP 35,535. Wrangler PW 671,899, MSRP 38,045. 1,500 PN 619,119, MSRP 67,250. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/2023 with approved credit dealer stock only.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morganharder in the house. I'm having a really good day today. It's beautiful. We've made it to hump day. We're almost halfway through our day, people. Do you realize that? Yeah, that's right. It is almost time for you to get down on a little bit of Tito's today. You know what I'm saying? Life hands you lemons. We're getting close to it. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, dadgummit. And whenever it is 5 o'clock, you always make sure you have the best spirit in the world. That would be Tito's Handmade Vodka, crafted and distilled right here in the United States, down in Austin, Texas. Unbelievably smooth because it's just different. It's not just distilled. It's distilled in classic copper pots. Gives it a very unique flavor. Slightly sweet black pepper note balancing everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. Get your Tito's on today. Mr. Dustin Starr, how are you today?
Oh, yeah. I'm having a good day, too, Johnny. That's awesome, man.
Man, I don't know what it is, dude. When summer gets here, things are going, Memorial Day weekend's around the corner, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm ready to go down to the lake, do a little wakeboarding. I'm drink a couple glasses of Tito's. I'm fired up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going down to the river. I don't know which river, but I'm going. Wherever my wife and my Maria, wherever she wants to take me, I'm there. Me and Reese the Beast.
Hey, I get it, man. Wherever she leads, you just follow, brother. You just follow. Now, I need to know what's going on in your completely busy life. You know Dustin Starr. You see him at the Grizzlies games, at the Hustle. You hear him every day, every Wednesday right here at 11:30. Also see him at the Redbirds game. And, yes, Championship Wrestling. You know Memphis Wrestling. It's the best, and this man is, baby, like the linchpin, the backbone of it.
Well, we just made some announcements on some new events coming up in the Mississippi area out near Tupelo. So 2 really big ones that we're excited about. And then we're going to be on Beale Street. We are going to have free Memphis Wrestling on Beale Street coming up as well.
Whoa.
We have a full calendar. So that's going to be Saturday, June the 10th at 341 Beale Street. So that's right on the east end, Ghost River. So we're going to be right in front of Ghost River. They have New Wing Order inside, and I don't know if you've had them, but man, the wings are delicious. So Ghost River on Beale Street, they have New Wing Order on the inside, where they're celebrating their 1-year anniversary. So NWO, and wrestling fans know what NWO stands for. In this case, it's not New World Order of Wrestling, it's New Wing Order. But anyway, there's a big anniversary bash that's going on, and we're going to have free Memphis Wrestling on Beale Street, 2 p.m. bell time, Saturday, June 10th.
Man, that sounds like a whole lot of fun. And I know you have something going pretty big on June 4th also with wrestling.
Yes. Yeah, not to jump ahead so we're all over the place, but, anytime we're able to perform on Beale Street,
it just fires you up, doesn't it?
Man, it's so awesome. And if you've never been to Ghost River, it's really, really cool, family-friendly and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like an adult show or anything like that. It's during the day. But, yeah, so this weekend...
Oh, yeah, did we give the time?
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. bell time.
Okay, I just had to make sure. 2 p.m. bell time.
So this Sunday is AEW Double or Nothing. So we have a watch party at Dave & Buster's. That's on Sunday. And then June 4th, we've got our big TV taping coming up. The advanced tickets are going really, really well, especially after Memorial Day. It's going to be really cool. So June 4th, the world champion of the United Wrestling Network, Danny Limelight, is coming, and Alan Angels is on Impact Wrestling, so 2 nationally known stars coming in, along with the stars of Memphis Wrestling. So those tickets are on sale, championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. You don't need a ticket for the free Beale Street one, though, in front of Ghost River. A lot of stuff going on, man.
Man, that is awesome. And by the way, got to ask you, so you're also down at, right down there at Redbirds Stadium all the time watching a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the Birds, my man? Jordan Walker, my man's just been, hit a bomb. I think he had a couple of hits. He's been tearing it up.
Yeah, this is a big homestand. I think it's 6 days in a row out at AutoZone Park. And, of course, the big Memorial Day weekend cookout, fireworks on Friday. They're giving away toilet paper, I think, one of these days coming up. They've got a lot of giveaways. Bucket hats, jerseys, toilet paper somehow made its way onto the calendar.
That's interesting.
And, we're going to have wrestling out there on Friday, July 28th. So that's coming up. We'll be talking more about that.
Out at the stadium?
Yeah, it's in conjunction with one of the baseball games.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. By the way, if this is probably a simple thing to say, but is Jordan Walker the one guy that probably could become a wrestler real easy, 6'6", like 230, 40, whatever, and can run like a deer?
Funny you say that, because last night when he was up at bat, and this is funny enough, he was hitting his home run. And so we were commenting about how big he is. And it's like, oh, my gosh, look at the size of that guy and how fast he is. So, yeah, he's a physical specimen. I mean, you see him up close in person. looks way bigger than what he would see on social media or whatever. Yeah, big dude.
And
I need to recruit him. I'll talk to the Redbirds about that.
Well, I would say you're going to have to wait probably about another 15 years because he's going to have a long pro baseball career. This young man,
he'll skip Memphis wrestling and go straight to WWE in that case.
Yeah, he's going to be a long career, man. He's just a different specimen. So a lot of stuff going on down at the park.
I remember back when Rick Ankiel was playing here.
Oh, yes.
Huge deal, and he was involved with Memphis wrestling at the ballpark. I think he used the steel chair in one of the matches or something.
Damn,
so, hey,
I didn't know
stranger
that.
things have happened.
Damn, I did not realize that. But I remember Rick Ankiel for so many reasons, man. My goodness, what a wild career. My man got the yips when he was a pitcher and then turns himself into an amazing hitter and outfielder. Like, just athletic dude. So, yeah, get ready to watch a little bit of Redbirds. You got wrestling going all over the place. What else you got going on in your life right now?
Man, we are raising a 2-year-old little boy. I mean, he is getting so smart, and it just feels like time is flying by. We took the baby gate off of the stairs the other day because it can no longer contain him. And it just kind of hit my heart a little bit like, oh, wow, we're past that stage now.
Oh,
and so he's putting together full sentences. I think the internet says he should have 2 to 3 word sentences. This kid's putting together 10 or 12 word sentences, and makes us all a better person, I'm sure.
That is so sweet, and I love that, man. That is awesome. You, Maria, and all the kids just having a good life, doing your thing, running around Memphis, doing everything for wrestling, and always busy, doing fundraisers, heading down to Tupelo, Mississippi, Arkansas. But, dude, don't you have a game at AutoZone today at like 12?
I think it was at 11:45. I'm supposed to be going on. Actually, John is going to cover the game for me today since we're going out of town.
Okay, I just was like, wait a second.
You know, that's kind of funny
There's
because
a
last
day
week I was actually on the mic.
Yes, you were. You were like, I got to go. I got a game.
Yeah, I think this is the last day game until maybe September. So if you don't get out there today and enjoy, some lunch with baseball, then you're going to have to wait just a minute because I think the next day game is going to be until September. Which is kind of sad because I like day baseball.
Yeah, I love day baseball.
House, but it's still kind of
I don't know. You can escape on a weekday and go watch, eat a dog, have some peanuts, drink a couple cold ones, and watch some baseball down at AutoZone. Watch Big Jordan Walker hit bombs. I can't think of anything better.
No doubt about it. A lot going on, including baseball, so I'll get my schedule coming up. I'll be able to let you know when I'm going to be out at the ballpark so I can get you out on the field, Johnny.
Man, hey, I'm going to be down there. You know that. I'll be down there, many a night, especially on Thursdays. That's one of my favorite. By the way, how did the fireworks? Were they just as good as always or better?
Yes. So the very first firework game was last Saturday at the ballpark. So every Saturday moving forward, you'll have the fireworks. And the field team, the field crew, they were trying to break a world record of the quickest fireworks setup. And I think the time was 10 minutes and 47 seconds. And I believe they hit it at 10 minutes and 5 seconds. So they broke the world record last Saturday for fireworks setup. I don't know what that means, but
Guinness
I know
Book of World Records is what that means.
Well, we had a countdown clock, and the people were into it, man. They cheered and of course, because it was fast fireworks setup as well. But it was really cool, and there was a lot of first time ever, Redbirds employees out there that were setting up. So that made it even more impressive. So yeah, but the firework display was awesome. They're doing it again this weekend on Saturday. And we're not talking about just 30 seconds worth of fireworks or a little pyro. I mean, you're talking about 5-10 minutes worth of 4th of July looking fireworks. Really good stuff.
Man, you got all kinds of things going down. You got AutoZone Park and the Redbirds bumping. You're going to be down on Beale Street doing some wrestling.
Man.
Golly, man, keep up with everything. All you have to do, by the way, to keep up with everything is if you follow Dustin Starr at Dustin Starr with 2 R's on the Twitter. Dustin, man, be blessed. Give the family my love, and I'll see you soon down at AutoZone.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man. And you guys have a very safe holiday weekend.
We will, man. You do the same. That's Dustin Starr. We got to take a quick break. We're going to come back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We're going to talk with a little bit of Wody on a Wednesday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Make your next grill your last with the Big Green Egg. Smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all with a lifetime warranty. Save money on eating out, fuel costs, and replacing expensive grills that cannot stand up to the Big Green Egg. Ready to cook in only 10 to 15 minutes with cook temperatures below 200, above 700, and anywhere in between with ease. Change your at-home cooking experience for life. Go to shop.biggreenegg.com.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Seltos P745, 8378, MSRP 23996. Sportage P7173696, MSRP 27077. EV6 P5105073, MSRP 49965. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax on a license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 53123. Dealer stock only. Warranties are limited. Powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Hey, Jeff Allen, you ready to command the road at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
Listen to this, Randy. I've got a world performance car. 2023 Kia EV6 Wind EPA estimate range 310 miles at $499 a month, $49.99 due at signing.
Whoa!
And a 2023 Kia Seltos LX SUV 34 MPG $263 a month, $29.99 due at signing. Plus a 2023 Kia Sportage LX $288 a month, $34.99 due at signing. All 36-month lease.
And Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
A new era in public safety begins with you. Be the change you want to see. Join us for the Memphis Police Department Hiring Expo Saturday, June 10th, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 170 North Main Street downtown. We'll be taking applications, performing basic testing, and interviewing candidates on site. Free parking will be located at Poplar Avenue and Front Street. Benefits include a $15,000 sign-on bonus, up to $10,000 relocation assistance. For more information or details, visit joinmpd.com.
Nothing says summer like an ice-cold Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, refreshing, real brewed tea with 5% alcohol. Look for Twisted Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly. Do you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes? Good news. There's a new way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative. Call U.S. Tax Shield, A+ rated with the BBB. 800-391-5063 for your free consultation and let U.S. Tax Shield protect you from the IRS.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Jay Morgan all day. It is a wacky Wednesday with Wody. And I'm telling you, man, professional gambler extraordinaire. While you getting up and going to work, he's putting in that work. He's studying them games, man. I'm telling you. We're going to talk a little bit about what we got coming up tomorrow. It's a little Celtics, a little Heat. But we're going to go a little old school, talk about some Kobe, LeBron, MJ. Oh, yeah. But first, let's bring in Wody. What's up, Wody?
Man, what's going on, John?
Man, I'm just chilling like a villain on a Wednesday. Just like kind of confused, man. We have no basketball tonight. I don't have the shakes yet, but I feel tonight about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm going to start shaking.
I know what you mean by that. I got the shake now.
Yeah, and I feel you. Yeah, but see, you're a professional. You're always doing it. Man, before we jump into a little bit of the Heat and the Celtics and break down that series, I did want to talk to you a little bit about, I was talking a little bit earlier this week about, LeBron, his career. I called him the GOAT because it's, like the best of all time. Like when you look, 20 years the man's been in the league. He's still going to play 10 dead gum. You could throw Bill Russell in there. There's a lot of them. But, LeBron James, the way he's looked at, I will say he's not the GOAT because that's MJ. But you got a little twist on this this spin that we're putting out there when it talks to some of these old heads.
Oh, yeah, man. Let's say, I think when LeBron got drafted, we say it was 2013. I was let's see, I was 15 years old. And I just remember, man, this is a fun Grizz fact I'm about to give. Since we're on Memphis radio, we got to give a Grizz fact. We're going to throw Memphis in everything.
Memphis, man.
So, yeah, that year in the draft, in the lottery, Memphis it was 3 teams left in the lottery. You had you had the Denver Nuggets, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Those were the final 3 lottery balls in that draft.
And Grizzlies got the second, didn't they?
We got the second, but here's the little fun twist fact. Melo was supposed to be a Grizzly. I just want to let y'all know that. And really, LeBron was also.
And he just retired.
Yeah, and they just retired. He just retired. So the fun fact is this. We did a trade in 1997 with the Detroit Pistons for a guy named Otis Thorpe. I think he only played like 45, 47 games with us. But in that pick, we gave them our first-round draft pick, which was number 1 overall protected. This was the year that LeBron came out, that we had to give them that pick if it wasn't number 1. We made it all the way to number 2. Ended up missing out on LeBron and Melo at the same time.
Because if you had the number 1 pick, it was protected. You get LeBron James. He's a Memphis Grizzly. If you didn't have that stupid trade from before and you would have been able to keep your number 2, you get Melo. Or do you think they would have screwed it up like the Detroit Pistons did? Because remember, they took, what is it, Darko Milicic? They took Darko. Man.
The only reason why I don't think we would have screwed it up, we already had Lorenzen Wright, R.I.P. Lorenzen Wright, Memphis legend.
Yep.
Of course. And we had Paul Gasol. He was in play also.
So you would have had Melo. Yeah, I agree. They would have gone Melo. I mean, I still can't believe the Pistons screwed that up.
They did.
Hey, by the way, that draft, the 2003 draft, man, that one had Bosh and Wade. Like, that was nasty.
It did. The Pistons missed out on a lot of blessings in that draft. But, yeah, that was just a little Memphis fun fact. But, back on LeBron, like, I think last year at the age of, 37, he averaged the most points of his career.
Yep.
And he's been in the league, 50, 60 years? He's been in the league 20 years. I mean, they don't call him the king, for no reason. You can't have a peasant can't run around calling himself a king without people taking shots at him. And then you brought up Kobe, Kobe was different, Kobe, I hear a lot of Kobe stories, like through the league, like with Jalen Rose with the 81 points. I just recently heard Ahmad Shumpert, he was on a podcast talking about it was the fourth quarter of the game, and he told him, Kobe goes up to him and says, "Oh, good game." And he's like, what is he talking about? There's 12 minutes left in this game. And he just comes out and starts doing surface type things during the game, throwing it off the backboard, dishing it, shooting the Steph Curry shot before Steph was even heard of. That's what just made Kobe different from everybody. I think, they say when you talk GOAT talk, you got to give Mike his flowers. I mean, Mike was
the GOAT.
Final. Yeah, and you can get more with honey than you can with vinegar, That's what makes Mike Mike. So
I like it. So Mike is the GOAT, LeBron's the king, and Kobe's the
Black Mamba.
The Black Mamba. So that's the end of that debate because, like I said, I like the GOAT for Jordan. I like the king for LeBron, and I definitely dig the Black Mamba for Kobe. He was just different. He was that snake. He was he was just cut different. He was cut more like Mike than definitely I would say LeBron was.
Oh, most definitely with the work ethic and all of that. But I know what you're ready to hear. I know what you're ready to hear, John.
What?
You ready to hear some locks?
Oh yes, these are my favorite things in the world, man.
I heard that, man. So how you want to touch these bases? I'm going to let you lead the way. You lead me to water, can't make me drink, but I'm going to drink.
Man, I'm looking at that Heat, that Celtics game. This thing's going back to Boston. I was a little bit shocked last night. I did not watch the game last night, but I was checking my phone, and at halftime, Miami at home Celtics haven't been able to do in the fourth quarter. Jimmy Butler's been Mr. Playoff. I was thinking that, man, Miami's closing that jun out last night. Like that was about to be a wrap. Celtics come in there, have an amazing third quarter. Grant Williams gave them that spark, did the dirty work, helped Tatum and Brown get more looks. So I was kind of interested now the fact that this thing is 3-1. Even smart people like Jay Morgan who are like, oh, I don't know, maybe we got a series now. Man, I mean, it's just 3-1. Do we have a series because this thing's going back to Boston and it could go 3-2 and only one game left in Miami, or is this thing going to be a wrap?
Man, listen, I don't think the Celtics ready to put the funeral clothes on yet.
Yeah, they were talking a lot of trash actually yesterday before the game, being down, down 3 games. I was shocked that Marcus Smart and God, who else was talking a little bit of trash.
It was all. I think Tatum got in. I think you're talking about the Twitter where they got active on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think, man, it's all. I think they're gonna lay it all out on the line, but I don't even think it's just gonna be Boston laying it all out on the line. I think it's gonna be Jimmy Buckets. Buckets gonna be Buckets. He had all the game. Miami has just been so hot these last 2 series. At some point they gotta go ice water cold. At some point, I ain't gonna say ice water cold, but they at least gotta drop the temperature just a notch.
These 7 players that have been undrafted that are playing minutes for the Miami Heat eventually got to wake up and realize that they're undrafted players, or is it just the law of averages and that's why we have shooting percentages that they can't keep staying this hot from deep?
That is correct. So and then this another Jimmy Butler fun fact. I give a lot of this credit to Spoelstra for what Miami's doing, but I also got to give it to Buckets as well. I recently seen him on a podcast. Butler was a part of the Chicago team, with Noah, Derrick Rose, all them cats, and they had a character up there in Chicago, and they held everybody accountable for any little thing. I think he touched bases with some of that, and I see some of that with these Miami Heat players. Because come on, these are no-name jokers. These are guys that probably. I think I saw some with Caleb Martin. He basically had to.
He had to transfer
his way.
Yeah,
he had to beg his way into the league again.
Heck, in college, he ended up becoming. I think it was the WAC Player of the Year or something. The MAC. I can't remember where he transferred to, but it wasn't like he was getting a lot of run right out the gate the first couple years.
Yeah, it was actually the Twin. The Twin was doing better than him.
Yep, it's just wild. That's wild, man. And then also, again, and Jimmy Butler's just playing, though, out of his mind. But on the other side, though, when you look at this from a gambling perspective, are you shocked at the lines right now? I can't believe that. I mean, Boston's an 8-point favorite. The over and under is 215.5.
They were what was they 9.5 games won?
Mm-hmm.
So we done been down this road again. So with that being said, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You gotta take the plus in Miami. You got to.
That's what I thought. Yes.
With all of it on the line.
You don't make dollars without cents. I like that.
Oh yeah, John. How would attack this? I think all the superstars go show up. We know Tatum go be Tatum. Buckets go be Buckets. I'm kind of wondering about Jaylen Brown. He kind of been disappearing.
Well, Kyle Lowry is, a little bit bigger than he was, down in Toronto. When he landed on his hand, I can't remember, it was that game 2. I feel like that's really messed him up. I mean, I don't know if you know, you got to kind of use your hand to shoot.
Yeah, he seems like he's real limited with a guy, Kyle Lowry, once again, another Grizzly product. Them Grizzly point guards, we tough. And, I think that's fall. I don't think he's been able to shake back off of that. And I think his, minutes per game is starting to show that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's even in play right now.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know. I really don't believe Jaylen Brown's going to get out of there because who else can give him that Supermax deal other than Boston?
Yeah, you correct about that.
I'm just saying that, like you said, cents don't make. You can't make dollars without cents. It don't make no sense to leave when they can give you a Supermax. He's been on one of the I can't remember first, second, or third teams, but I think it was second team. I mean, he's got the opportunity to get that coin for general. I'm talking about people down the line still super rich.
Yeah, they do make it hard for a superstar to leave now. What if they had this around with McGrady and Vince Carter, let's say? What if they would let Toronto sign Tracy to a max deal? He probably wouldn't have left. I think that's a good thing that they started, just being able to keep core players together and superstars
Good for
together.
like a market like Memphis, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I would love. All we need is all we need in Memphis is somebody that can shoot 40% from three and play some defense.
Yeah.
And the league in trouble.
Yeah, I'm hoping you're so right. Man, I hope you're so right. We'll see what happens in this offseason, man. It's been a little bit wild. It's a bumpy ride, but, man, sometimes you got to hit a few bumps, man, before you get to your destination. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, most respect. Respect, John.
Wody, I want you to do me a favor and be blessed. I'm rocking with the Heat and the points tomorrow night. Keep it coming, and always keep sending me your picks, please.
Oh, man, we're going to continue, John, man. You have a blessed day, man. Hey, it's a pleasure being here.
That is my man, Wody, professional gambler, and just loves talking hoops. We got to take a quick commercial break here. Jay Morgan, we got a game today we're going to play, and it has a little bit to do with football, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then we get to talk about Davis Mills has got some fighting words for C.J. Stroud. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know who Davis Mills is, but he was the quarterback in Houston for the Texans. C.J. Stroud.
Why do you assume people don't know Davis Mills? Like he's not a household name or something.
He plays for the Texans.
How dare you?
Yeah. I mean, luckily it's the NFL. And it's like the biggest thing in the world and the king of the kings.
I love that.
Well, without that, I wouldn't even know Davis Mills. You know what I mean?
Also, John, the Pirates might be bad.
Yeah.
Or the Rangers might be good. Or both. Or neither, honestly. We just don't know yet. The point is the Texas Rangers hit a leadoff home run. They're up 3-0 on the Pirates in the second inning.
Uh-oh. Did you take the Pirates?
I might have, John. One of my buddies texted me this morning and said I have an obsession with betting on bad teams. And,
yeah, you do.
And he might be right.
No, you really do.
But that's how you make money, John. That's where the value is. What do you want me to say?
That is true. You love them odds, baby. Give me plus money. I'm in.
And first five? You telling me a bad baseball team over the course of 162 games can't be winning after 5 innings in any given day in baseball? They're pros, John.
Man, I just realized it's 3-0 Texas. But the Pirates right now have runners on first and second and no outs.
That's right, they do.
Let's go Pirates. Come on, Pittsburgh. By the way, we're going to talk some also college football. We got to give the top 10 quarterbacks. ESPN put out a ridiculous list that I totally disagree with.
I think that list is going to trump my game list. I want to do that list.
Oh, man, we got list and we got Hardenwood because it feels so good on a wacky Wednesday. Sports 56 98.5 FM.
We're right in the middle of spring and summer's knocking at the door. And what's that I hear? You don't have a pool? Well, Family Leisure's happy to solve that issue for you because they have the lowest prices on pools in town. Plus, you can get a free liner upgrade during this pool sale. Want a spa? All spas in stock are up to $1,000 off. You want a play gym for the kids? They're on sale for under $2,000, and you can get special financing on any of those deals. Now, when you go to Family Leisure and you pick out what you want, I want you to tell that friendly salesperson, I heard on the radio I can get half off my installation. And that's true. You mentioned you heard this ad on radio, and you can get half off any installation. Pools, spas, play gyms, any installation. Don't go another year without. Get to Family Leisure, get a great deal, and get half off installation when you mention this ad. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
Memorial Day is coming up soon. Let Memphis Barbecue Supply help you with all your barbecue needs. Memphis Barbecue Supply is fully stocked with 7 different briquette, 4 different lump charcoal. over 6,000 pounds of charcoal in stock. Need wood? Well, Memphis Barbecue Supply carries in stock chip, chunk, mini logs, and quarter logs of wood. From apple to pecan to oak, we have 8 different types of wood in stock for any kind of smoker. Need that final touch of flavor? Memphis Barbecue Supply stocks over 308 different rubs and sauces to make your holiday weekend special. Need help choosing that special rub or sauce? Just ask any of our knowledgeable staff that have years of experience cooking. Memphis Barbecue Supply is located at 7041 Stage Road in Memphis, or you can order online at mbbqsupply.com. Follow us on all social media platforms for recipes, new products, and barbecue news.
Get ready to command the road in a new ride from Gossett Kia on the Pike. Go the road less traveled in 2023 Kia Seltos LX. $263 a month, $29.99 due at signing. 2023 Kia Sportage LX, $288 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And 2023 World Performance Car, 2023 Kia EV6 Wind. EPA estimated range 310 miles, $499 a month, $49.99 due at signing, all 36-month leases. Plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Seltos P745, 8378, MSRP 23996. Sportage P7173696, MSRP 27077. EV6 P5105073, MSRP 49965. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax on the license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties and limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello.
For over 8 decades, America's farmers have counted on the Little Red Tractor from Case IH, the Farmall, to help them make short work of their demanding chores. Well, Mid-South Ag can show you they aren't just for farms anymore. With horsepower ranging from 30 to 105, plus an army of attachments, they can tackle every chore on your to-do list, from hauling and mowing to loading and towing and then some. Stop by Mid-South Ag Equipment or call 662-890-3141 to find a Case IH Farmall that's right for you.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah. 4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder with me. Big thanks to Wody. Big thanks to Dustin Starr. Joined me in the first hour. We got a little bit of Hardwood because it feels so good.
Sweating baseball early in the morning.
And sweating some baseball right now. And I got a little
Jason DeLay, RBI. I know so much about Jason DeLay. Definitely had heard of him before that at bat.
Have to say this real quick though. I'm a little bit upset right now.
Why?
If I am the manager for the Pirates, I am putting a bus sideways up his keister.
Oh, the third base coach.
Third base coach is coming out. I'm going to ask him a quick question. Are you blind and deaf?
Why didn't he send him?
Because you just stopped an easy run from scoring by holding the man up. What are you, blind and deaf? Because if you're one of those or both, guess what? You can't be my third base coach.
Unless you're really
good. And right now, you look like you were blind and deaf.
Tell you what, John, a blind and deaf third base coach would have sent him home.
Actually, he probably would have had a better sense of the play.
Exactly, and would have sent him home.
It's unbelievable.
That's how you know you're doing a bad job.
But did I say blind and deaf?
Yeah.
I meant blind, deaf, and stupid. Because I would have to, put a,
right.
Or you also, I can just give you the opportunity to say I'm not blind and deaf, but I am stupid.
Right.
Because that was a dumb play by the third base coach.
Dumb play, John.
Again, bus sideways and now, up his keister.
And now they have a 143 hitter up with first and third and 1 out.
Yeah. Oh, double play. They're out of the inning. But at least, hey, we got 2. I guess we're supposed to Glass half full.
That's right.
No, I feel like the idiot threw the last glass half of that water out because we already had 2 runs. We would have been tied right now.
Agree. And then who knows if Chris Owings gets a little base knock here, which he did not, double play there out of the inning. Unbelievable!
Now, you know what I'm doing right now? Actually, now I'm firing.
God
Can we fire somebody
I'm firing.
today?
I don't know. I'm finding out who the third base coach is.
To find out who the third base coach, we're firing him. We're not going to do Missoula. We're going to do the third base coach, though, for the Pirates for sure.
I agree. Mike Rabello.
Man.
Hey, Mike, do me a favor. Kick rocks. Get out of here.
Kick rocks.
What a joke, Mike Rabello.
Hey, Mike, do me a favor. Long walk, short pier.
Yeah.
Bye, brother.
Agreed.
All right, now.
Mike Rabello.
Back to talking
Hey,
more.
4 more games about to start right now, too. D-backs about to play the Phillies.
Yeah, you got the White Sox and the Guardians.
White Sox, Guardians.
And Chad, Quantrill's pitching.
Yeah,
he's horrible.
I faded him today. Astros and Brewers. And there's one more.
Giants and the Twins are playing.
Giants and the Twins. Good pitching matchup today. Desclafani and
Ryan.
And Joe Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Big pitching matchup there.
Pitching.
First day baseball all week, John. Thank God.
Well,
good Lord.
At least they gave it to us on a day that we didn't have any NBA action because people out there I know would be definitely going through the shakes.
I tell you what, I've been itching. And I placed a hefty
You've been
amount
itching?
I've been itching for day baseball.
Okay. I'm like, man.
Because Thursday and Friday, I don't really need it. Golf is on. I got some hefty wagers out on golf for this week. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I tell you, I need day baseball. I need something during the day.
It's part of America. It's part of America.
John,
on a hump day, you got to be able to get on something by noon. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, you can always bet on video games, I guess.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You cannot bet on
it's
video
very
games.
It's very predictable, too. I like doing it.
Wait. Okay, time out. What do you mean you can bet on a video game?
So, esports, John. Esports are like, it's like, let's say, for some games, it's like 5
Is this
versus
like where
5.
I can go to a sports book? You're talking about
yeah.
Or do you just have like a little bitty 12-year-old on the corner who's out taking bets for like the Nintendo matches going on in his like room?
You bet on it with sports books. They're mostly computers, John. High-powered computers.
A little kid walk up to little kids like 12 years old. Yo, what's up, man? What you want?
No, it's just a regular sports book.
It's just a regular sport, like BetMGM or FanDuel?
Oh, yeah. DraftKings. Whatever you got.
Esports. You're so, man, I'm going to pull up my thing.
I swear.
And I'm also going to open up my app.
You should. It's audio medium. No one can tell. A lot of times you get best odds on offshore books. So like the MyBookies
Where I have to use
and
Western
BetOnline.
Union. That's the only
right.
reason Western Union's still around, isn't it?
Bovada, all these offshore
Is it because
books.
of the offshore books? What else would people be like Western Union and like, hey, let me go to the old? That's like, dude, that's like a bug and pony. Or what is it?
Dog and Pony Show.
Dog and Pony Show. No,
I don't even use.
What is a Dog and Pony Show? Is that the races?
That's something that if something gets like silly, like out of hand, like it's just ridiculous now. It's turned into a Dog and Pony Show. I believe that's how you use it.
All right, then what's the one where it's like old timey, where you have a horse and a carriage?
Yeah, horse and carriage.
Horse and carriage. All right.
I actually saw. This is crazy. Did you know there's an Amish community in Memphis? I saw an Amish person going down Poplar the other week.
Like on a horse?
Yeah, in a buggy.
No way.
I swear.
He had the whole
I swear. Down the road on Poplar, I can get specific for you. Going right past like the Ridgeway Malco movie theater area, past that Target and that Petco and the Best Buy. You know what I'm talking about? You with me, John? On Poplar, going over the bridge.
Yeah, I'm going over the bridge. I'm going over the bridge.
That's where the Dog and Pony Show. I mean the Amish horse and carriage was.
Dude, they got table tennis.
Oh yeah, you can bet on Russian table tennis, but
what is snooker?
That's like the game that's like pool, but it's...
You can bet on pool?
Oh, you can bet on regular pool, too.
You can bet on darts?
Yeah, you can bet on darts.
Okay, I don't
darts
know about
is intense, man.
So what is we got? Like a bunch of drunk people in like a bar, like maybe hanging out in Getaway Sports Bar. They have 2 dart boards, and they're videotaping this and putting it on TV, and people are gambling on it?
I don't know, man. Whatever you can get an edge on.
Is this what YouTube is all about?
Maybe so. Oh, yeah, that's where the video games are on YouTube a lot of times, esports, Twitch, or YouTube.
You can bet on motorsports.
I'm telling you, man.
If I get the car racings, but you can bet on like... Damn, you can bet on lacrosse?
Well, you just got to think you got to think logically, John. If you're going to get an edge over the book, it's probably going to be in something fringe
cycling,
like this.
Cricket. WNBA? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. That was a bit of a joke.
That's terrible. Snooker? Darts? WNBA? That's terrible, man.
Oh, I'm in such a great mood. It's a beautiful Wednesday. I got to remind you, this whole hour is brought to you by the best, and that's Tito's Handmade Vodka. If life hands you lemons, just make a lemon drop, but always make sure it's with Tito's Handmade Vodka. It's just literally the best. Like, not a joke. And it's crafted and distilled in the United States. It ain't from France. It ain't from Russia. It's from down in Texas, baby. Austin, Texas, to be exact. And it's got a very unique flavor. It is distilled in classic copper pots, giving it a very unique flavor. Slightly sweet, black pepper note, balancing everything out. Whether you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. And don't forget, it's 100% gluten-free, baby. Get that gluten out you, man.
No gluten.
Get your Tito's on today. Mr. J. Morgan, Davis Mills.
Oh, you were doing Davis Mills first.
Ooh, Davis Mills, son. Let me just tell you something. You know, the Texans drafted C.J. Stroud.
They did.
With the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft.
And we're upset because Lovie Smith didn't get the number 1 pick, which was infinitely more valuable, apparently. I'm not sure why, but that's what they said.
What?
Remember, everyone was so upset when Lovie Smith won that last game because it gave him the number 2 pick instead of the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
because there's so much more inherent value in the number 1 pick versus the number 2. Even though C.J. Stroud is being considered as the number 1 pick, and he fell to 2, we don't really know who's better.
Lovie Smith to win games.
Exactly.
And by the way, the fact that he did win it also made the choice where you didn't have to, like, if it does backfire, draft a 5'10", 190-pound man to play quarterback in the National Football League.
You actually got a full-grown man.
You actually got a full-grown man.
Who is going to get competition from who, John?
Well, I'm going to tell you what's going to go. And by the way, Bryce Young's probably going to be great. I'm just saying. He
got a little Pat Mahomes.
Did you see, like, when they did, like, the first day of OTAs, I was watching the NFL Network, and they were showing him on television, and I was like, oh, my gosh, it looks like one of the players' childs is pretending to play quarterback until you see him throw the football, and I'm like, damn, he's got a pretty ball and a hose for an arm.
Standing next to an NFL offensive line probably doesn't do him any justice.
It is hilarious. It does not do him any justice. It's amazing how, I mean, this guy, though, but they say, I mean, look what he did at Alabama.
You got a little Pat Mahomes in him, John.
We're going to find out. As long as this guy doesn't have a lot of Tua in him.
That was a low blow, man. There's no reason to say that.
As long as he don't have any Tua in him.
Tua might be good, John.
Tua might be, but, you know,
he did jiu-jitsu this summer.
He's got the Anthony Davis disease.
He did taekwondo.
Soft this baby poo.
What did he do? Jiu-jitsu, taekwondo?
He's doing jiu-jitsu, learning how to fall.
Learning how to fall, John.
He's learning how to fall.
So he's fine.
I think he's doing jiu-jitsu with Giselle Bunchkin's jiu-jitsu guy.
Speaking of that, remember the rumor last year that Tom Brady was become partial owner of the Dolphins, and then he was going to come back and play?
Owner of the Raiders.
And he's going to play.
With
Because
the
this
Raiders?
is the exact story that was rumored he was trying to do with the Dolphins last year.
As
where he would own the
owner
team
player?
of only part of the year, and then he would come out of the ownership to go to be a player.
Wants to do? He just wants to stick it to Jimmy G one more time. You realize Jimmy G is the quarterback. Hey, Jimmy, I want to make sure you know something. You're always going to be my backup. Forever, you're my backup.
I thought you were going to use a different B word.
Yeah, but I was going to, but I was thinking to myself.
I think you picked the better one.
Thank you.
You've already made fun of women's basketball this saying. Let's just take it. Let's just stick to one.
Well, yeah, I did actually. That's a great one. But back to Davis Mills. Now, I'm not saying these are the exact words he said because it was kind of vanilla. But this is what in my head it looked like. So they asked him about basically mentoring C.J. Stroud.
Which is what they always do. They asked Tannehill about that last year when they drafted Malik Willis. The very standard quarterback question.
So he got a little, I'm going to say Mills got a little upset. And he's like, I don't know if you know this. I'm all about competition. And he's my competition. I don't know if you know this. I ain't Dr. Ruth up in here. My job ain't to teach him how to pop his NFL cherry. Man, I just feel like these are the things that are coming out of Davis Mills' mouth. And looking at CJ. No, man, CJ.
Yeah, he was staring at CJ Stroud while he said it.
He's like, CJ, me, you. It's right. Like, dude, I'm ready to, like, Mortal Kombat right after the presser, bro. Davis Mills ain't he says he ain't giving up his job.
I like Davis Mills, man.
I will tell you something, man. I don't know if you know this, but Davis Mills could be good, but he doesn't have an offensive line. They have no wide receivers. And after about 3 or 4 games, he's been hit so many times that he's a little shell-shocked in that pocket.
It's such a good point. We really have no idea how good Davis Mills is.
I would get that offensive line cleaned up. You know what I'm saying?
Because C.J. Stroud ain't even going to be good into that offensive line with those receivers. It's one of the big misconceptions I think about drafting. I always think, and I don't know anything about football.
David Carr just got waylaid his first couple years in the league, and
Also
he
in
never
Houston.
came back. And it was in Houston. You're right.
That's
Jeez.
crazy.
That poor guy.
I mean, I don't know anything about constructing a football team seriously, but like I would hypothesize that it's the best to work closest to the ball outwards, right? So like if you have a good D-line or O-line, that can make up for a lot of
You got to have all the good pieces. Then you go out there and take your shot on the quarterback that can come out there and make everything gel. Because if you get the quarterback without the other pieces, the quarterback's going to get to it, or he's going to get, to
That's
it.
sad.
He's going to get. It's really not actually the pieces around Tua that are the problem. It's just he don't know how to fall.
Well,
He
not
gets
last
concussions
year.
all the time.
2 years ago, they had the worst offensive line in the history of PFF.
Man, but also
grades.
you got to remember he was injured at Alabama. It's how Jalen
But
Hurts
he's learning
came
how to
in.
fall now, John. He's learning how to fall.
My
He's
man,
learning how to fall.
since he started, he's always been injured.
Jiu-jitsu.
That's
That's
going to help him.
that was the
but
key.
yeah, Davis Mills, man, ain't just turning the reins over to CJ. So
What I hope is Davis Mills goes through this
I just
season.
love how he's like, I'm about that competition. He's my competition.
He's not backing down.
I ain't backing down from nothing. I'm just like a casino. I'll put my back up against the wall and take on the whole world.
Yeah, I tell you, if a guy loses that many times as a starting quarterback, he's not afraid of anything anymore. He's gone through hell and come out the other side.
I was molded in the dark.
That was the Dark Knight. Molded by it. I didn't see the light till I was already a man.
And now I just also have to say, ESPN is a little
quarterback
silly,
rankings.
Silly.
Quarterback rankings.
Because, listen, everybody has opinions. Most of them stink, except for, of course, mine. Because I'm on the radio.
Can you tell me what theirs are and then give me yours?
I'm going to give it to you. I mean, I'm not going to just give you mine. I'm just going to argue about some other stupid stuff. Like this is ridiculous. First, they have the best. This is the top 10 quarterbacks since 2000. Okay? They have number 1, Baker Mayfield. Great career at Oklahoma.
He was great.
How many natties did he get? Where's his national championship? But he's number 1 with no natty.
So Stetson Bennett's number 1.
So the Heisman is the most important thing. Stetson Bennett's just got 2. Don't be giving me that. You think he's the only one, man? Don't do
I'm just saying.
Stetson Bennett didn't do it. And by the way, yeah, that's a very funny point and a great one that Georgia fan will take. Cam Newton at number 2. This is where things
Cam
get
Newton's the best college football player ever.
I'm not complaining. Did you hear me say one thing? I
No,
said
but he
Cam
should,
Newton at
it's
number
crazy he's
2.
not 1. I mean, I
over Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He's
now,
not
but what about this? Number 3, Vince Young. That Texas championship against USC was the greatest thing, but let's not forget they played USC. Yeah, they had Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and all these great players, blah, 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 but it's a Pac-12 team, please. Last time they were ever in like a championship
Yeah, but
game.
that's not the modern Pac-12. That team was a tank.
But I will say that Texas team, man, Vince Young was running the ball like a maniac back then. But, hey, I don't think he's the best runner in here, and he's definitely not the best damn passer.
Not even Cam Newton.
Ugly delivery. Speaking of ugly deliveries, number 4, Mr. Tim Tebow. Mr. Timmy T. I mean, he made Urban Meyer likable. Like, people liked Tim Tebow so much that they liked Urban Meyer.
I could put Baker below all 3 of these guys.
Duh. Or, okay, hold on. Number 5, I'm putting Baker below Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow just goes to LSU, sets the whole damn world on fire, and wins the Natty. Bang. How you like me now?
You hold natties in very high esteem in your rankings.
I don't know if you know this. Why do you play the position?
Yeah, it's about winning it all.
It's about winning it all, baby. And I don't put it that high because Stetson Bennett ain't on my list neither.
Well, that's true.
Deshaun Watson's at number 6. It just feels dirty because I knew they would put him either 6 or 9. Little dude with his little handy towels all the time, trying to get massages from Instagram models. But he's got to be up there because, damn, he was great at Clemson. And he beat Alabama.
Number 6.
He beat Alabama.
I go Baker below him, too.
I got Baker below him, too. Baker Mayfield. And this is where I just want to throw up.
I feel like Vince Young is kind of too high.
No. You need to listen to this. Why in the hell is Kyler Murray on this list? Number 7? Kyler Murray, number 7. Jameis Winston is 10 times better or 10 times the player that Kyler Murray was.
I agree.
Shoot, Kyler Murray. I can't even
Wait,
believe.
so is Jameis on the top 10?
Man, Jameis Winston ain't in the list. Jameis Winston
in the top 10?
Listen, Jameis Winston, the greatest interview in the history of the world. Whenever Jameis Winston talks, I am going to listen to him.
I'm strong if you strong.
I'm strong if you strong.
We strong then.
We strong then, man. Oh, my God. I love me some Jameis Winston just like I love crab legs. He loves crab legs. I love crab legs. We got all these things in common. I love me some Jameis Winston, man. He won a Heisman. Did you know that?
He did, John.
He won the national championship. Did you know that? He won the Natty. The Natty. I told you I do put the Natty up there.
Is Marcus in the top 10?
By the way, no, it's 2000, homie. Also,
no, Marcus Mariota.
Oh, no.
Because
no.
he was in the final for the Heisman with Jameis
Winston. No. Heck no. He was a beaver. I mean, a duck.
A duck, quack, quack.
He ain't in this list. But listen, and by the way, Jameis Winston went 29-1 as a starter. Lost one game as a starter, Jameis Winston. His NCAA quarterback rating all time is 4th. Did you know that? All time, every single damn year.
That's kind of crazy.
He's 4th. He had a 66% completion rate, but he ain't on the list, and you put Kyler Murray on the bleeping list? Please give me a break.
Who's 8?
Lamar Jackson, I ain't got no problem with that. Lamar Jackson, when he was at Louisville, was a sick freak. My man was a sick freak.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about that.
Marcus Mariota, number 9.
Oh, Marcus is on the list. He's 9.
Yeah.
Above Jameis?
Winston. That's what I was going to say. Did he not lose to Jameis?
He lost the Heisman to him.
Did he not lose the Heisman to Jameis? And Jameis win a natty. Did you see that Oregon National Championship?
No, I didn't see it, John.
I didn't either. And then they have RG3, number 10.
RG3 was good.
When he was at Baylor and won the Heisman, he was a baller. A baller.
He would be over Marcus. I love Marcus. You're not going to find a bigger Marcus fan than me.
I got Robert Griffin. I got Lamar Jackson. I don't have Kyler Murray or Marcus Mariota on this list. I don't have Baker Mayfield number 1 for sure. I might have Baker Mayfield number 10 because he was damn good and he won a Heisman.
I might not have Vince Young in
He
the
also
top 10.
did. I do have to admit this. Baker Mayfield in the national championship did make that a game pretty much himself when they played Alabama. Do you remember that?
But look at this list, though, man. Look at this list. You know what I mean? It's not to say Baker isn't good in college. It's not to say he didn't make that a great game. He didn't play a great season, great national championship. But look at this list. He just doesn't belong.
Oh, by the way,
that's not
I
a
just
slight.
got a text that said also, the national title game MVP was Jameis Winston. So Jameis Winston has a Heisman, national title game MVP, and the year before that he finished second in the Heisman. So he has 2 top 5 Heisman finishes. One, he won the Junt.
No Matt Leinart on this list?
Dude, please, noodle arm Matt. He had Reggie Bush to throw the damn, hand the ball
Well,
off to.
we can't give it to Reggie Bush because he's not a quarterback. So let's give it to Matt.
I mean, I don't know if you know this. Vince Young beat Matt, therefore, ergo. And Matt did win a natty, though. But look who he was throwing the ball to. Come on, man. I don't know. I'm not a big Matt fan.
Fair enough.
He's like Danny Warfel. Cut for college, not the NFL.
Yeah, but if you're going to get on guys who are having noodle arms, Tim Tebow's number 4 on this list. Now, he could run you over like a freight train. I
am not talking about Tim Tebow as a NFL prospect like I was making fun of Matt Leinart.
But Tebow only threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, too, though.
Very fair, but
he also was running guys over.
How many playoff games did Matt Leinart win?
None. They didn't do the playoffs.
In the NFL.
Oh, in the NFL. None.
That's right. Tim Tebow won a playoff game against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He did.
Son.
That was a good Steelers team.
So how you like me now?
That was a crazy touchdown, too, man.
That was, man. Just a slant, first play of overtime. Bam, to the house.
I was running around my house. I had my Tebow jersey on. That was great.
Oh, I bet you were a cute little kid.
Loved you.
I
wasn't that little, to be honest.
Man, I just can't believe it. Baker's ahead of Cam Newton, Tim Tebow. I mean, all these guys. I just don't agree with it.
You like Vince Young in the top 10?
Dude, yeah, Vince Young. I ain't gonna lie to you. That national championship game was one of the most fun, actually. Like that USC-Texas game will go down as one of the greatest games that I've ever watched. It was amazing. So Vince, the way he won it, running the corner of the end zone, all the confetti goes everywhere. It's the Rose Bowl, I believe they played in. It was like in that white, that cold white jerseys and pants that they had on, that with that slick little white helmet with the little, just that burnt orange right there on that side, man. I don't know. That was like, wow. And I bet on Texas, and he pulled it out of his keister. And I love Vince Young, man. Golly, I got some fond memories of that game.
Greg McElroy didn't make the top 10.
I can't stand that man. I can't even stand listening to him when he's on his little TV job. Another guy who looks like a 12-year-old.
T. Martin.
T was in 1999. Or was it 98? 98 or 99?
It was 98. I think you're right.
I can't remember. I just know it wasn't 2000 homes. 2000s was the start of the
Casey Clausen, Iceman.
The end of the Tennessee football era until they got a great coach in Josh Heupel.
The Iceman in the
Man,
top
I'm late
10?
for a break.
Casey
You just
Clausen?
keep talking about this. I'm going to talk about this
Rex
all
Grossman
day
in the
long.
top 10?
Sexy Rexy. Man, dude, he played. Don't forget, Sexy Rexy played in the damn Super Bowl.
He did.
I mean, I'm shocked at how great his actual career technically was for his limited skills. Good in college.
That was a defensive Super Bowl. That was like Eli's first Super Bowl.
Wait, Eli beat. That's the one.
Yeah, except they won. Except
the one they won with the Colts, right? That was the one he won.
Yeah, that Peyton beat.
And
Rex
then
Grossman.
Peyton lost to Drew Brees.
That's right.
And then Peyton won with Denver because of his defense.
And didn't even play down the stretch of the season.
Yeah. But he should have won it the year before when he threw 55 touchdowns, had an unbelievable year.
Agreed.
Like, they should have won it that year. The year he just kind of fell off, the next year just completely went off the cliff.
Agreed.
Don't touch the dial. We're coming back with Hardwood. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
A new era in public safety begins with you. Be the change you want to see. Join us for the Memphis Police Department Hiring Expo Saturday, June 10th, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 170 North Main Street downtown. We'll be taking applications, performing basic testing, and interviewing candidates on site. Free parking will be located at Poplar Avenue and Front Street. Benefits include a $15,000 sign-on bonus, up to $10,000 relocation assistance. For more information or details, visit joinmpd.com.
Get ready to command the road in a new ride from Gossett Kia on the Pike. Go the road less traveled in 2023 Kia Seltos LX. $263 a month, $29.99 due at signing. 2023 Kia Sportage LX, $288 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And 2023 World Performance Car, 2023 Kia EV6 Wind. EPA estimated range 310 miles, $499 a month, $49.99 due at signing, all 36-month leases. Plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Seltos P745, 8378, MSRP 23,996. Sportage P7173696, MSRP 27077. EV6 P5105073, MSRP 49,965. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax on a license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties and limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Groundbreaking runs in the family. Safety runs in the family. Extraordinary runs in the family. The 2023 Mercedes-Benz SUV family. Each of the impressive models feature world-class innovations, ranging from MBUX voice-activated assistance technology to safety features like Attention Assist that can detect drowsiness and alert you when it's time to take a break. The SUVs include the sleek GLB with a room to seat up to 7, the category-leading GLE, the GLS, one of the smartest SUVs on the road, the capable and stylish GLC, and the striking yet robust GLA. Each model packed with cutting-edge technology every driver deserves. The 2023 Mercedes-Benz family of SUVs. Best-in-class technology, leaders in innovation, and intelligence not yet seen from SUVs. Extraordinary is one test drive away. Learn more at MBUSA.com.
Sunday, May 28th, let's take our hats off to the heroes when the Gamblers take on your showboats.
We can't wait to have you for the USFL. Let's go.
Bring the whole family to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium for a great day of pro football and get a free USFL hat while supplies last.
Touchdown!
Fantastic seats get you right next to the action for just $10.
And the showboats chug right back into this game.
Buy your tickets today at theusfl.com.
Do not
Do so.
You do not live Central Barbecue more than me.
I've been talking about Central Barbecue for years. I was the first person to do these spots.
Well, I may be new doing them, but I want to shout from the rooftops just how much I love it.
Okay, smart guy. What are the sides at Central Barbecue?
Easy. Home-cooked pork rinds, home-cooked potato chips, greens, green beans, barbecue beans, onion rings, fries, and potato salad.
Lucky guess. What can you buy by the pound, huh?
Beef brisket, pulled pork, smoked turkey, my favorite, pulled chicken, smoked chicken, and barbecue bologna. Ha!
We're out of time.
I could do this all day.
You ready to get your ride on at Gossett Mitsubishi? Inventory is arriving daily and we're ready to put you in a new ride today. Get 7 seats and 27 MPG combined in your new 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander. We Gossett at $33,285 or $469 a month. And the winner takes all in 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV. 420-mile total range, 64 combined MPGe, and 38 minutes best charging time. We Gossett at $449 a month. And you'll always get peace of mind with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Outlander $469, Outlander PHEV $449. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Outlander PCO 45645, MSRP 33785, PHEV PZ 043032, MSRP 48230, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month, dealer stock only.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Jay Morgan. We talked with Wody, Dustin Starr. Had a good, funny show. Talked about how Jameis Winston's not in the top 10. In the last 23 years of college football, he's not in the top 10. National championship, Heisman, 29-1.
Fraudulent list.
Greatest. Like his pre-game speeches, post-game speeches, and his interviews are just radio gold and just life lessons you learn.
And he's also really good.
And he's really good at Florida State. Just really didn't work out in the National Football League.
Hey, you don't know that, John.
I mean, they took him off the Tampa Bay Bucks, and then they won the Super Bowl, okay? I hate to say it, he was turnover Winston.
Hey, just let him get a little healthy next year, and then watch what happens.
All right.
And if he doesn't get healthy, then it's a moot point, so my argument still works.
Very nice moot point. Nice. Man, Ja's all over the damn news. My phone keeps beeping all over the place.
That's all right, John. Is this an indicator that you want to do hardwood stories?
Yeah, we're about to, but I just had to say, if you're worried about Ja, the cops did do a welfare check. His cryptic post just saying he was taking a break from social media. I knew that, so I didn't even bring it up. I don't understand why people are freaking out. He's going to be all right. Chill out, people. Chill out. Ja is good. You know what time? He's well. You don't want to say he's fine, though. You know why, right?
Tell me why, John.
Because it means you're effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. I can say all these words, but I couldn't say generational.
I don't know if that's what fine means, though. I think
it does.
I think it has a different definition.
Because when people say I'm fine, they don't mean that they're fine. They just mean stop talking to me because I'm effed up, I'm insecure, I'm neurotic, I'm emotional. I can't talk to you or deal with the world right now. So I just use that word to say leave me the bleep alone. It's the way I've been using it my whole life.
Or maybe just like asking someone how they're doing, and that version of small talk isn't actually people caring about how the other one is doing. It's just something to say to pass time.
Oh, so they're now calling you the other person. I don't really want to talk to you because you're effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
Like, think about if you had like an interview. Like you have people come on for interviews every day. If you have them on and you're like, "Hey man, how you doing?" and they're like, "Oh, I'm terrible. My wife is in the hospital. Our dog is being put down. My kids are sick. Life is really terrible right now.
I lost all the money, but taking your advice in gambling."
Yeah, you're not actually asking them how they're doing, because if they answered that way, it would like kind of stop everything, and you couldn't ask about, so what do you think about the Marlins this season? You know what I mean? Like, you can't go from that to that. You just say, how you doing? And they're like, I'm good, or I'm fine. It's just something, just
David Cobb a lot of times says, I'm good, so now I need to figure out what good means.
That's right. You got to ask him. I'll write that down that we got to ask him that.
Yeah, what is really good? Now, you know what? I need to tell you something. You know what's really good? Having insurance from State Farm. And if you want the best, you got to get the best. And that's at State Farms. You need to call Bob Simpson today. He is your local State Farm agent. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson. Call him at 901-381-1233. That's 901-381-1233. Or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor. Jay, let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Jay, start your story.
This is a great one, John. This one was circulating the internet yesterday quite a bit. The founder of Costco, he had a conversation with their CEO about the price of the hot dog. And famously,
Is it $1.50?
Famously, the hot dog at Costco is $1.50.
I've never gotten one. Is it $1.50 for a hot dog like an amazing price?
Yeah, that's great. I've been thinking about going to a baseball game. It's like $5 for a hot dog.
Yeah, but you're actually paying more for because they're like you're shopping. Like you can buy a package of hot dogs and go home and cook them if you're at Costco, and like probably get them cheaper per hot dog. Because like you're at a Costco, it's like a store where you buy things. Like you're at a baseball game. The reason you're paying like $18 at a football game at Ole Miss is because it's the Ole Miss Rebels and they're playing another SEC opponent, or they're playing a really weak opponent and they're still gouging you with money. But $1.50 hot dog, like it just sounds fair.
Well, you have to compare it to other people selling hot dogs in that way. You can't compare it to buying hot dogs and taking them home
By the
yourself.
way, I just think that's so weird. So you're walking around a grocery store just eating a hot dog while you're shopping?
No, they have like a little restaurant area after the checkout.
Oh, you can go sit. I've never been to a Costco. So you sit in this little area.
Yeah,
so they're
could.
taking away shelf space where they could be selling something.
I don't know. You've been to Costco, John? They're not short on shelf space.
Oh, they're not?
Not
Oh, it's really big. Is it like a Walmart?
Big. No, it's bigger. It's more like Sam's Club. It's a warehouse store.
Is it just a warehouse?
Or it's a warehouse store. You know what I mean?
But
Like
with
they buy
food
in
in it.
bulk. Yeah,
Okay.
but you buy everything in bulk, like even the food. All of that.
Oh, so it's like
bulk
that's why I
items.
don't go to Costco's, because like now I don't have any children that live there. It's amazing. Empty nesting is great, and just one other little girl, Chastity, by the way.
Well,
so that's my girlfriend, but she's little is what I mean.
Costco is very
She don't eat a lot, is what I'm saying. She's kind of like a bird, like picking at things.
Costco is very economical though. Like for products that don't spoil, it makes sense to buy them in bulk because you save
So
yourself
toilet
money.
paper.
Exactly.
Paper
Yeah.
towels.
Toilet paper, paper towels, tampons.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to buy like 30 years worth of tampons.
I don't
or
need to
anything
do
like
that because, man, Chaz, hopefully he's about to hit that,
Right.
the golden years. Menopause.
Thank you for being a friend. Anyway, John, the Costco founder told the CEO, quote, "If you raise the price of the effing hot dog, I will effing kill you." Because he wanted that hot dog to stay at $1.50, so instead of raising the price, what the CEO did is, since they've had this conversation, he had to go build a place in Los Angeles and Chicago where they manufacture the hot dogs themselves. I don't know if manufacture is the right word to use.
So that
there.
they're what, saving money?
So
they're
they
not
can
losing
sell,
money?
yeah, right. So they can still sell
Like
them
as much as they're
$1.50.
selling, it sounds like it doesn't mean it's just a couple dogs, man. Anyway, this is just crazy.
Isn't that wild?
By
So,
the way,
threatened to kill the CEO if he raised the price of the hot
All
dog.
right,
God bless him, though. $1.50 hot dog is a steal.
all right, I have to bring this up because
They have good churros at Costco, too, by the way.
yesterday was my first time going into a actual Walmart in probably like 15 years. They terrify me. It's so big and it's like over the top.
But they have that greeter at the front, so that's supposed to make you feel welcome.
But I had to go pick up a prescription, and the Walgreens said they didn't have it.
Oh, Walmart script.
So I had to go to the Walmart and do it. And I went and stood in this long line, and it's like 3 things around. I was in line for like 45 minutes. They only had 2 pharmacy people working the gate and 20 people waiting. When I get up to where I'm the next person, 2 people in their 90s mosey on up and just stop in front of me. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do?
You gotta let them just stay there.
The people behind me, though, started going, hey. And I'm like pretending I didn't hear them. So I pretended to say, I didn't pretend, but I said, I was like, excuse me, very, very low, where I knew they weren't going to be able to hear me. Never turned around or anything. They're like, next. And then the old people mosey on over there. And then I'm just like, all right, I'm next. So I'm just not going to pay attention to the people behind me. But this one lady finally just came over and ended up hitting me on my shoulder. And she's like, you just let them skip. And I was like, fine, like, ma'am, I didn't let them skip.
They just did it.
They just did it, and I don't know. Like,
I agree. No, I couldn't have said anything either.
I couldn't
It's
say
old folks,
anything.
man.
And she told me to screw myself and that she had been waiting in line, and now she's got to wait long in line, and she said that I was a P word. And I said, well, thank you, ma'am.
It's too... Look, that's...
But, like, I don't understand. Like, I was like, man, I was like a little bit like, damn,
John,
come on, man. Who let their granny and grandpa go to the damn Walmart to get their own script? Like, where's your grandkids?
You know why it's good karma to let those old folks do that, though? Because one day, when we're all that age,
that's what I'm saying.
You get to do it to somebody else because you always let the old folks do it to you.
What if homie didn't have his Depends on that day and
right.
had to hurry up to get back to the house?
You don't know his situation. You don't know her situation. And when you're that age, maybe you forgot to put your Depends on one day, and you might have a situation where you can't explain to everybody in line, look, folks, I got to go right now.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it's going to be.
No, I really think it was just they just didn't know what was going on.
That's right.
Because they kind of were like talking to each other and like looking around like, I don't know where the line is.
Oh, they're playing up to it.
They can't see 2 feet in front of them.
Playing up to it.
And then, of course, they couldn't hear me, of course, but when they said next, man, they sure got up there pretty quickly, though. They quit moseying.
I don't know if I'll ever commit crimes to the frequency where you could call it a spree, but if I ever were to go on a crime spree, it would be as a geriatric person. Once I get to be that age, that would be a great time to start committing all sorts of crimes. You can get away with anything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know where I am. You know,
That's great. That's actually really cool. See,
you can do anything.
Getting old's not that bad.
It's really not that bad. John, I have another story. This one's about birds. Not the bird. Actually, kind of like the birds in Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds, because these birds are called psycho birds, John. So apparently a bunch of seagulls being labeled as psycho birds are stealing a bunch of drugs and getting stoned.
Wait, hold on. They're doing what? Are they stealing them from the cartel? Those birds are going to get shot.
In a seaside town in the United Kingdom, seagulls are...
Seaside, isn't that kind of bougie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably got the best drugs.
This is scary, though, because they're stealing a drug. In this story, it's called spice. And I know what spice is in America. And you don't want to be stealing spice.
Old Spice?
No, like spice, like synthetic marijuana.
Oh, that stuff that made people crazy?
Yeah.
That's why you got to smoke the real...
So hopefully this isn't spice. But anyway, they're stealing a drug called spice and stealing it right out of people's hands. The drugs are reportedly making the seagulls go psycho, and people are saying they're coming down and swooping down and getting close to babies and children and stealing drugs right out of their hands.
Why are babies got drugs in their hands?
I don't know if babies are actually there or not. But apparently they're dive-bombing pedestrians stealing bags of spice. That's according to the New York Post.
They got some dive-bombing seagulls.
And then the best part,
Seaside.
But they're taking care of themselves in United Kingdom. But they're taking care of themselves because after they go crazy getting the drugs, they pass out in the street. Not dead. They literally are just asleep, passed out in the street, and then they get up hours later and fly away.
I've never even seen a bird sleep.
Yeah, well, don't do spice, birds.
So birds, do they sleep?
Yeah, but they sleep in trees.
Yeah, they don't just lay on the street like they're drunk.
They do
walking
not.
Down New Orleans.
They do not. Although
or walking down Beale and
I've
Memphis.
heard stories about in Arkansas, though, like on 4th of July when the fireworks go off in the middle of the night, the birds get spooked and think it's daytime and they start flying, but they can't see because they're not nocturnal, and they'll just run into buildings and stuff, and the next morning people will wake up and think like it's like a plague upon their homes because there's just a bunch of dead birds in the street, but it's because the fireworks wake them up and they go flying and stuff like that.
The things that you learn during Hardwood.
It's crazy, man.
Man, I don't even get to any of my stories.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I bogarted the segment.
No, don't bogart that joint, my son. My friend. Who sings that?
That's,
Don't bogart that joint, my friend.
I don't know who that is.
But don't bogart people's joints. That's just disrespectful. Back in 2 Shakes with Bet. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Listen in for the Showboat Showcase on Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Greg and Eli will talk with guests from the Memphis Showboats and give you a chance to win tickets to upcoming games.
Hi, folks. Good news from the Chevy Sheriff for truck buyers. It's truck month at the Sunrise Chevy Ranch. Rebates up to $2,000 and discounts high as $7,000. Bankrupt, slow pay, bad credit? It's okay. Sunrise specializes in secondary financing. Need a good used truck? Remember, Sunrise Chevy specializes in used cars and trucks under $15,000. Chevy trucks cost less at the Sunrise Chevy Ranch, partner. Find new roads to 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville. Check out the all-new Sunrise Truck Corral. Huge selection of nothing but trucks. All makes, all models, all prices, all trucks, all the time. Next to Sunrise Wolf Chase.
A new era in public safety begins with you. Be the change you want to see. Join us for the Memphis Police Department Hiring Expo Saturday, June 10th, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 170 North Main Street downtown. We'll be taking applications, performing basic testing, and interviewing candidates on site. Free parking will be located at Poplar Avenue and Front Street. Benefits include a $15,000 sign-on bonus, up to $10,000 relocation assistance. For more information or details, visit joinmpd.com.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-585-8282. 800-585-8282. That's 800-585-8282.
Hot wings. What's your favorite flavor? The Crazy Coop has 27 delicious flavors to choose from and counting, like Buffalo Ranch, a perfect combo of ranch seasonings with a little kick. Mango Habanero, sweet taste of mango followed by heat. Or Sweet Maple Bourbon, the taste reminds you of chicken and waffles. And that's just 3 of the amazing 27 chicken wing seasonings you can get at the Crazy Coop in Bartlett at 7199 Stage Road. And now open, the Crazy Coop Express at 1315 Ridgeway off Poplar. Some like it hot. How about the Crazy Sweet Lemon Pepper Hot or Crazy Suicide? Can't take the heat? Get the 4-cheese roasted garlic or barbecue bacon bourbon. Right now, try any of their 27 seasonings in a lunch special. Includes 3 whole wings or 6 party wings, regular fry, and drink. Or try a catfish nugget basket with fries for $9.99. Now those are crazy good prices. The Crazy Coop. 2 locations, 7199 Highway 64 between Applin and Kirby Whitten and 1315 Ridgeway off Poplar. Family owned and operated. The Crazy Coop.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps, fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Seltos P745, 8378, MSRP 23996. Sportage P7173696, MSRP 27077. EV6 P5105073, MSRP 49965. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax on the license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties are limited. Powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Hey, Jeff Allen, you ready to command the road at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
Listen to this, Randy. I've got a world performance car. 2023 Kia EV6 Wind EPA estimate range 310 miles at $499 a month. $49.99 due at signing.
Whoa!
And the 2023 Kia Seltos LX SUV 34 MPG $263 a month. $29.99 due at signing. Plus a 2023 Kia Sportage LX $288 a month. $34.99 due at signing. All 36-month lease.
And Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan-Harder's in the house. And holy cow, man.
And he's sad now, man.
Who is sad?
Me.
Oh, yeah, the Pirates didn't get there for you because they can't hit the ball with runners in scoring position, and the third base coach should be fired. He should take a hike. He's a loser.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Jeez.
Yeah, the third base coach.
Unbelievable. Literally cost me the bet.
Cost you the bet because he stopped the guy from 100% scoring.
The D-backs just went yard again, though. 2 more on the board. 5-0 over the Phillies. Those Phillies stink, John.
Well, we're going to get to some bets and 2 shakes, but I have to ask you something, okay? I just saw something from BR Walkoff. Did you know Derek Jeter and his wife, Hannah Davis, who's now Hannah Jeter, were at the game last night, okay?
Cheats.
So I just think I did a little sleuthing here. There's no way that she just actually birthed their children because they just had their son 18 days ago. And she is here, and she is skinnier than like almost any woman on planet Earth. You can't have a baby and be that skinny in 18 days. Is that possible?
Yeah, I think some people's bodies are like that.
Oh, my goodness. By the way, hers is extra special. Do you remember Hannah and her horse? The commercial for DirecTV where she riding the horse down the beach. Yeah. That's, man, I guess she's just built different.
She's just built different, John.
Man, that's a great song by Method Man.
Yeah.
It is a good one. Now, what are our bets?
All of mine have started, I'm afraid.
Oh, wow.
I didn't really realize that. I wrote down all this stuff this morning. You want golf bets? I got golf bets.
Nope,
for
I
you.
don't. I don't want anything to do with golf.
Bets? All right.
I'm good.
Well, I can tell you the bets I have out right now and the one that's lost.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm good on that one.
All right. Do you have any bets, John?
Yeah, I do. Take the Tampa Bay Rays.
They lost 20-1 yesterday.
I know.
I'm just pointing that out. It's
I don't
crazy.
know if you know this.
They're due.
They're going to come out and have a better performance.
Are the bats going to be awake, John?
And you're going to have plus money, and they still have scored the most runs in baseball. Okay?
They've now given up the most, too. No, that's not true.
No, that's not true.
At all.
That is not true. Remember, Tampa Bay has scored 297 runs on the season. That's actually second to the Texas Rangers.
20 is the most scored all year, though, and it has to be.
Yes.
The Cardinals scored 18.
When you put up basically 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals in a baseball game, what was it, 20?
Just call it 3 tutties, John.
Was it 21?
It was just 20.
Oh, it was 20. See, that you can't.
3 tutties and a missed extra point.
Missed extra point. You're right. They moved it back.
Delicious.
I hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday. Do me a favor. Get out there. What do I say? Get out there, make the world a better place.
Yeah.
Jay and I will see you on the flip side. Peace.
Hi, this is